What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Tuesday. Got two games here tonight. I got it broken down for you with my money six of my favorite plays on the slate. So before we get going, like always, if you could drop a like in the video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let's try to get over 100 likes on this one. Last night, we had some solid plays. James Harden, Kevin Durant, good combo there. Also, Draymond Green had a nice little night. The two value plays we had did really well. George Hill and Austin Rivers both really stepped up and returned some good value there. Eric Gordon was solid, not as he was kind of quiet in the fourth quarter, didn't close the game out as I was hoping for. It's still on all, I'd say it was a good night. Let's see if we can have 6 good plays here yet again. So let's hop right into the first guy up. I'm going to go with Nikola Jokic at 10,500. He's just been dominant in this whole entire series, 67, 85, and 60, 3 out of the 4 games. They just really have been letting him get into his offensive flow every single game for the most part. And now back at home in a really big game for the Nuggets. He'll probably play closer to 40 minutes. He was definitely had a little bit of some rust on him after that 65-minute game. So he wasn't able to, I would say, kind of play upwards of his. The bench kind of stepped up, so it gave him a little bit more time to rest. But if this game gets a little ugly from the bench, and he could get closer to 41 minutes and have the similar kind of production that he had in the last game, but maybe a little bit even more, honestly. So at 10,500, I think he has the best upside on the slate again here. So I think he's worth the price, and he can definitely give us another stat pack filled night. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. Then I'm going to go to Kawhi Leonard. As I mentioned at the beginning of the series, there's no one that really can stop Kawhi in this series against Philadelphia. He's been a man on a mission this whole entire series, pretty much scoring efficiently every single game, like 69, 54, 59, and 65% in all 4 games. Unheard of stuff. 30-plus points in every game, playing a ton of minutes, had 43 minutes last game. And that's going to be the case again here, I think. He's going to be playing a lot of minutes because their bench has been so poor this whole entire series. It seems like whenever he goes on the bench, the 76ers go on some kind of run. And with just his ability to score in the series, and he's getting some more rebounds when he's been playing a lot as well. So he has really good upside. I think he'll be able to put over 50 again here in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. I feel like he's a really safe play as well. For my third guy, I'm going to go with Jimmy Butler here. 7,800, another guy that's really been on a tear in the series. He's really been stepping up for them because Ben Simmons has been kind of hiding in the series, honestly. He's not been very active at all. I don't know if the length is kind of bothering him from Kawhi Leonard and the likes of Siakam on the court, and Marc Gasol, his defense down low. But it's really been bad for him and Embiid for the most part this series, and Jimmy Butler has had to step up, and I think that'll be the case here again in a hostile environment in Toronto, similar to what we saw in Game 2, where he had a terrific game of 30, 10, and 5, ended up pretty much winning that game for them. So I think he is the best chance of giving them the production they need and the lift they want if they want to have any chance of pulling out this upset. So at 7,800 here, still a really good price tag for a guy that has shown really good upside in this series. Probably has the best bet of returning like 6 to 7 times value out of the higher price guys. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third guy. Then I'm going to go with Marc Gasol. He's been playing some more minutes. I'm not sure. Obviously he got a few extra minutes because Serge Ibaka had to play a little bit more off the bench in place of Siakam, who didn't play nearly as many minutes because of that injury. But just seeing how Gasol did with him getting some more run probably could intrigue the coach to kind of keep him out there a little bit more, even with what kind of happened with Siakam and him probably being a little bit healthier in this game. I think it's kind of opened up the coach's eyes and be like, yeah, I got to play Gasol around 35-plus minutes to match up with Embiid, really slow him down, because it seems like whenever Ibaka's out there, he's letting Embiid get going a little bit. So Gasol, minutes trending up. I think he'll be able to play 35 to maybe even close to like 37 minutes of this game, like I mentioned, because he's been so kind of important in the series, the matchup with Embiid, and he showed off some more scoring ability in the last game, 7 for 13. He's going to need to step up. We have seen Kyle Lowry really struggle in this matchup. It is a really tough kind of defensive spot. It's a tough, because the 76ers always kind of play point guards tough. And Lowry's always been a guy in the playoffs that has struggled, so it's kind of a combination of things there. And Gasol kind of needs to step up to be that third option behind Siakam and Kawhi for them to really have that same offensive punch that they showed in the regular season. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my fourth guy. Then I'm going to go with Will Barton. He's still kind of been struggling with the shot, but the minutes have been going up, and his usage is always really good when he's getting around 30-plus minutes. So last game, in 30 minutes, 4 for 14. Not great, but still did a good job of just kind of spreading the court. I would say just the threat of him hitting threes, as he hit 3 out of 8 threes, kind of helped out the spacing and kind of the offensive flow. It seemed like their offense was just in a good rhythm the whole entire game. So let's see if he can keep that going here in this game. I mean, even though his shot has been struggling in this series, the quadruple overtime game, he did step up there. And even 1 for 6, he put up 20 DraftKings points in 17 minutes with the rebound ability. So he's showing off some ability to get some rebounds, and he's a very streaky scorer. So if he can catch fire in this game, back at Denver, which I always like the role players that kind of at home have, I just feel like this is a safer kind of environment for them and more ability to step up and hit some big buckets. Not that hostile environment where they could kind of get a little frantic, but Will Barton, like him here in this spot. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my fifth guy. I'm going to go with Rodney Hood, another value guy. I feel like he just needs to get some more run, as he's been probably the Trailblazers' best forward in the series. It's offensively wise. He's just not missing any shots. It seems like this whole entire playoffs, really stepping up. Or not this whole entire playoffs, this whole entire series. I mean, against Denver, like 5 for 10, 5 for 11, 6 for 8, 3 for 4. Just really giving them some solid production off the bench. So I feel like he could turn the minutes upwards a little bit. I mean, their offense has been kind of struggling for the most part to keep up with Denver in some of these games. So if Rodney Hood could play upwards of like 28 minutes or something like that, I know that Harkless was a little bit banged up, and I feel like their offense just has a little bit more firepower and more just kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit tougher for the Nuggets to kind of hone in on Damian Lillard when they have a shooter like Rodney Hood out there as well to space the court for him, and makes it just tougher on their whole entire defense, makes them have to work a little harder on the rotation. So at 3,700 here, I like Rodney Hood to get some more run and get some solid production, hopefully over 20 DraftKings points in this spot. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. So you got Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, Nikola Jokic, Will Barton, Rodney Hood, and Gasol. I think you got the 3 top scorers on the slate, honestly, with Butler, Kawhi, and Jokic. And then some really good potential value. I mean, Gasol could go over 30. Rodney Hood could go over 25. Barton could go over 25 to 30, honestly. So I hope you enjoyed it. Slap a like if you did. 100+ likes would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more videos. Good luck, and we'll see you back here again next time.